All right, we just finished recording. We're doing it different this time. We're going to do the intro.
Where's my dice?
We're going to do the intro last. So we already did episode 50. Teddy is a little exhausted. But we got an exciting episode for you guys. We got some new JonBenet news that we got to talk about. Yep. We got some special stuff for our 50th and some fan mail. So
50th?
Our 50th episode.
Oh, fuck me. Right. God damn it. That's today?
Yeah.
I'm not going to make it on time.
We just did it.
Where were you?
You dumbass. We just recorded it.
Oh, well, I'm so sorry.
Jesus Christ.
Listen, I'm trying new experimental ivermectin. I'm injecting it between my toes. Trying to see what grows.
What grows?
Yeah.
Weird.
Anyhow.
More like pandemic.
Jesus Christ.
Oh
what is with this dated Joe Rogan info?
But Joe Rogan, he's a podcaster. I've been watching him lately.
Great.
I think we got a lot to learn from
You
him.
have 6 hours a day to commit to him? Jesus.
Zinger.
I love listening to him
like that.
talk.
That was good.
He sounds like a man.
All right. Well, hey, we got special stuff planned for the 50th, guys. So you ready to get started?
Sure.
Let's do it.
All right. Well, hey, I'm Bobby Pavlovsky.
And I'm Teddy Ronald Reagan this way.
And this is
JonBenet today. Oh boy. 5-0.
I don't even want to be here.
What the fuck?
I hate this.
Okay.
Teddy, come on.
Okay. Well,
I hate it.
Fuck off.
I'm glad we're recording the intro later because
It makes me feel
we gotta
like
turn this attitude around. You
time
can't
is
have
just
that.
time is flying by, Bobby.
Yeah.
50?
50, yeah.
50 episodes in?
Yeah.
50 episodes.
And what are we doing with our lives? We haven't even solved
feel
this case
50.
yet.
I feel like I'm
We're getting
50.
close.
Like,
We're getting closer.
I don't know.
You gotta not bring that negativity in here.
Can we skip it and just go to 51?
I'm sorry, you don't think in 50 episodes that we're closer to the truth?
I don't know.
Oh my God.
I don't know. I gotta be honest. I'm having quite a bit of an existential crisis.
Is this more about you?
Erectile dysfunction of sorts.
Keep your shit personal, okay? Don't bring it into the show as like, oh, we're not closer to the truth because you got stuff going on.
Bobby, it's not. I'm not trying to bring nothing down or nothing. I'm having a good time.
You just said I don't think we're closer to solving this.
I mean,
you are kind of being a turd in a punch bowl, just saying.
Thank you, Donna. Thank you. Yes.
I turned a punch bowl. I mean, okay. Is there ice?
I mean,
It doesn't matter because there's a turd in the punch bowl.
Okay.
It doesn't matter if there's ice, Teddy. The punch is ruined with the turd. You see what she's saying?
Listen, if one objectively thinks about the flavor of a turd, it's a little bit lemon, lime, it's a little bit cheese, it's a little bit.
You can talk all
it's
you
a
want
little
about
bit
it. You're
mud.
not going to convince anybody to drink the punch, Teddy.
Hey,
The
you can
punch
have
is
one
ruined.
cup. It's good for your immune system, Bobby. Remember when you got sick that other day?
It's not good for you.
It's good for you. Maybe if you had ever tasted just a little bit on your hand
I'm
or something.
sure it's a little earthy.
Why would you taste it?
I mean, think about Donald Trump. He probably gets poop on his hand all the time. You don't think he ever tastes
he
it?
doesn't.
And now look
He
at him.
does. He's human.
He
He became president again.
Donald Trump is just like you.
for him.
There's no way he's never wiped one time and got poop on his hand.
Yeah.
Just want everyone to just imagine that human moment. You know?
And he's Scottish,
You know?
and he likes McDonald's, so you know his poop is that kind of like almost like Arthur the Aardvark.
well, I mean,
brown.
I like McDonald's. So
You like McDonald's?
we could get them as a sponsor, so
Are
maybe
you
chill out
Scottish
on
though,
McDonald's.
Bobby?
No.
You from Scotland?
No,
Well, Scottish people have
German
different
and
kinds
Irish.
of poop.
Huh?
German people, they got
And
strong poop, columns.
What about again? There's a turd in the punch bowl. Is what we're talking about.
I'm
The
just saying,
attitude.
like a little bit of turd in your
What's going on with you, buddy?
in your body doesn't hurt nothing. It actually builds
What's
immune
going on
system.
with you? Why are you so down?
Well, first of all, I got kidnapped to be here today.
Kidnapped?
From this
Weren't
fucking
kidnapped.
witch.
I
she
went and
picked me
found
up.
him.
She gave him a ride.
Right.
I didn't want
wanted
no
him to
picked up.
come.
She hunted me down, and she kidnapped me just like I'm JonBenet, Bobby.
I'm sorry. Do you have something else you'd rather be doing right now?
I was on a roll.
On a roll with what?
I was flipping 10 nines.
Oh my-
I mean, my God, I probably almost made half of my money back that I spent.
I'm sorry.
That was
You're
also a
a
little
hot
bit of our
mess. You
money
needed
from
a
our
break.
Patreon.
You needed a break.
Oh my God.
We're not, Shauna, shut the fuck up.
Is this gambling?
No, it's not no gambling. No, but she fucking found me, and she said, "You got to get out of here." And I guess the people at the lesbian hotel, they had called her and said he needs to go. He smells like shit. All kinds of mean things about me, even though I was patronizing them and giving them my money and giving them some of your
You were
guys'
gambling
money.
at a lesbian hotel?
Yeah, it's
No,
just
it
something.
was a casino.
Shut up, Diana. We're not going to talk about it. No, that's part of the agreement.
Oh my God.
You're just putting me in liable. I could go to jails.
Oh.
I could go into something like, no, I can't go. No. Okay, 50th episode.
50th.
We
The
are all
50th
here.
episode.
Yep,
And
that's
we're
zero.
all here.
Yeah, we're
There we
all
go,
here
yeah.
Of our
together.
free will.
Louisiana, yeah.
Well, I'm not no kidnap.
No, you're
Right. You
And
weren't.
I'm happy to be here.
not. Of course you are.
Good.
Why wouldn't you be?
And I'm sure we got lots of fun things on the horizon.
we got plenty to talk about. We got some JonBenet news to talk about, and we got some fun segments to play for you guys. It's gonna be a great episode.
You're all gonna enjoy it, and if you don't, just shut the f up and just wait for the next episode. Okay, I'm sick of people complaining.
No, what? Don't say that.
What? No, I'm just saying. I mean, they just need to listen
We're going in the right direction. You were starting to cheer up.
Well, I know.
If we present it like it's gonna be a great episode, it's gonna be a great episode.
It's gonna be great, and if it ain't, just don't say it.
Well, you can
Okay.
say it. I don't know. The engagement
Very
helps.
good.
It's our
Throwing that
50th
shit at the wall.
episode.
50.
You talked about this forever ago about how
know.
like we need to do something really special for that. So
Yeah. Now it's
And
time.
you didn't even want to be here.
you want to be here.
I don't know. There's just a lot
on
going
this
on.
this
but-
Martin Luther King inauguration day. Well, in
Can't
better
wait.
news, Donna, how's your life going? You still with that? What's that
John
guy's?
St. John.
John St. John, your boyfriend? Oh my
Yeah.
God, that's still going. That's fantastic.
Yeah, it's
fucking
going
show.
good.
You seem happy.
Yeah,
seem
thank
happy.
you. I know.
No, she seems happy because he pressures her. He pressures her.
Precious
to-
or what?
Is that what you call sex? Like, what are you talking about? Precious?
I'm saying that he's emotionally abusive to you.
No, he's not.
Yes,
I'm
he
not bruised.
Wait, I'm sorry.
Look
I'm
at my
sorry.
good color.
Pot me kettle here. You're saying this guy's emotionally abusive?
Yeah, he is, and it's something I'm really concerned about as someone who's always looked out for the best of Donna. And
She looks like she
Okay.
hasn't been poisoned in a
Okay.
while. Your color's
You've
back.
been quite honest
That's
with
not
how
the
you
color
feel
on
about
her.
me. I'm just trying to do something good and get us together.
Yeah, that's so
Come
nice of
on.
you.
That was my only motive here.
just
So-
because John St. John is the first human male that doesn't vomit when you fucking breathe near him, don't know mean
Wow.
that you need to just be sucking on his fucking coke can
Oh my
all
God.
fucking
right.
time, not coming
Teddy,
home
you're
to the
just
mall
jealous.
where
Okay,
I'm
I
just
get
there
it.
in Journeys,
I'm
just
not-
waiting for you.
All right,
I mean,
all right.
I've got all these Eggo waffles that I've been, doing fun things off the TikToks. I've been like playing around with waffles, Bobby. It's a thing that I'm doing.
And gambling?
And-
Yeah, like build
and
houses
some gambling.
and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm shaking things up a little bit. I'm a new man.
Do you do like the phone gambling, like the sports?
I do all kinds of gambling. I do a lot of cockfighting. I do a lot of,
Like you
On
do
the
the
phone?
cockfighting or
Or you go to a cockfights?
well, I'm decent at cockfights. Sometimes I strangle the chicken when it starts to lose. I get past. I have anger issues. This is
Yeah.
this is
He's
not
like the
about
guy
me.
that rage quits a video game where he's just like, you're gonna win. So he just like goes and kills his chickens.
So brutal.
Those chickens. I mean, but if I were a chicken and I was trained from the moment of birth to just want to be violent against other chickens, I wouldn't choke my chicken.
Jesus.
No,
When the moment came that maybe Teddy, a handsome man who does not eat poop, was like
good.
maybe like $1,000 in the hole and was maybe betting some of jewelry from someone that he lives with collection.
Wait,
Jesus
my
Christ.
stuff?
Wait.
Maybe. Don't worry. Focus
Oh,
on your
okay,
positives.
okay.
He can't ruin your life
You're
anymore.
right.
So
You're
f-
right.
those chickens.
Let's turn
we
this
eat chicken
around.
every day, Bobby.
So chicken gambling, anything else?
No, there's absolutely nothing going on.
Okay. Well, I'm surprised you even know how to gamble. So that's interesting.
And I also know how to delete cookies, too.
Oh, good. I'm sure. Yeah.
Gotta
That's
protect
how-
yourself.
Make sure the NSA doesn't track you.
Right.
Yeah.
I've heard you're supposed to turn your phone off once a day.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's hard to remember.
Well, hey, you
That
guys.
wasn't funny.
What?
She's not funny.
I like that she's happy and it's infectious.
Thank you.
It ain't not real happy, though. But whatever.
Well, you are not no real happy though.
Right. I mean, we've been going on about that for like how long now? 10 minutes?
Well, actually, I think Donna is in a great place with this new motherfucker who beats behind closed
He
doors.
doesn't beat her.
And she can move on from this podcast. And so this is Donna's last ever episode, everybody.
Then how are you gonna get here? Apparently, she had to kidnap you to bring you
I'll
here.
figure it out. I'll do
Right.
something.
Okay,
We still got the
great.
rickshaw.
Wow,
right.
Teddy.
All
I'm
right.
telling
Well,
ya.
hey, let's get into it. What do you
Yeah,
guys
can we
say?
please?
JonBenet
News,
news.
breaking news.
Breaking news. So, at the Golden Globes recently,
At the Golden Globes.
Melissa McCarthy was there,
no,
and
no.
that's where they
Love her.
decided to premiere the title for the JonBenet miniseries.
It has a title now, Bobby.
Yes, apparently it's called Unspeakable. Unspeakable: The Murder of JonBenet Ramsey. Subtitle:
It's not called. It's called
wow.
unspeakable. You can't say. You can't speak it.
Unspeakable.
Unspeakable means you can't speak
You can't verbalize or talk about it.
How are we gonna talk about the fucking miniseries if it's unspeakable?
Right. And I was watching when she came out and like they introduced it. I didn't watch the pre-show interviews, but when they introduced it, like this, she came on the stage and said, Melissa McCarthy, the star of the new Unspeakable miniseries. Within 3 minutes, Deadline had posted a story saying, like, the JonBenet miniseries now has a title.
They debuted it at the Golden Globes.
At the Golden
It's the first
Globes.
time we've heard the title, and the title is Unspeakable.
That's amazing.
And they said apparently in this article that it's going to be an anthology series.
Anthology?
Almost like how the
Not a movie.
Like a millipede?
American Crime Story or whatever Ryan Murphy does.
Oh, yeah. The
Or did
ones with the
OJ,
Versace.
impeachment.
Oh,
and the different things.
Okay.
Okay.
Which
so
I saw on Instagram. We follow the writer, one of the writers of it.
Oh, yeah,
Tommy
yeah.
Wallach or whatever. He posted, apparently our series has a title as one story.
Oh my God.
And then in his next story, he was like, oh, and I guess it's an anthology series. So the
Oh
guy
my
that
God.
wrote the whole thing had no idea.
Oh man.
Of course. That's how the industry's always treated writers, where they just make these decisions. But you know what? I wonder if it's going to be an anthology,
Right.
then I feel like maybe it's turning out to be really good. Where they're like, we want to keep it going.
Well, and maybe they'll show all the facts, because I actually did enjoy those American Crime Stories.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I love watching lesbians wear wigs and, play the same character all the time.
Right? All right, let's watch this Melissa McCarthy interview.
All right.
So I read that you were going to play JonBenet's mother.
Yes.
Okay, tell me. That is wild. Tell me about this. I can't wait to see this. All I needed to see was Melissa McCarthy, Patsy Ramsey, and I'm in.
It's it's been quite a challenge.
Yeah.
It's living with that poor family that my heart goes out to them, and
That we still
kind of.
No.
It's still a blood sport.
Yeah.
I love Patsy. I love the family. I think we're putting a really great version of it out. I'm hoping we're giving them their humanity as well as telling the story, because when you go back through it, we all lived through it, but when you rewatch it, you're like, oh, I was part of that.
That there is a family that lost their little girl.
That lost their child. Yeah. So I'm really proud of it. We've still got about a month and a half left of it, and it's a really good group. And it's strangely been rewarding and challenging all at the same time.
Hollywood.
Oh,
Everyone's
Hollywood.
playing a
So,
character.
A lot of people are worried now. Too,
Why?
About that. About her comments about how sympathetic she was.
Right.
Oh,
But I
my
think
God.
she has to be sympathetic of the character.
See, Bobby, this is why I'm sometimes really harsh on our beloved audience, amongst other people's and everybody else in my world.
Okay.
Is because if you sometimes are not stern or tell them to just settle down or just listen, they will sometimes work themselves up into panics or misinterpretations that other folks adept and wiser and, studied in verses of understanding human nature in biblical senses well beyond what most people could ever even begin to grasp as something possible for themselves. I am not worried at all as I listen to Melissa McCarthy, because I understand, one, that Melissa McCarthy didn't say nothing that could not be interpreted in a way that that eliminates any sort of I don't know, I want to say maybe like a non-ideal or non-idyllic sort of versions of Patsy Ramsey's.
Like a viewpoint, yeah.
She talks about her humanities.
Exactly.
But humanity is also about your failings.
Good,
And
bad,
they
ugly.
talk about they lost a
true.
daughter. They say lost.
And she says, we hope we do it justice.
Yeah.
And also, she's got good people where it's like, hey, if you're going to be out there talking about this, like, say
Coaching.
limited things. And
Right.
also, like, what's the hot thing right now? This Netflix doc where
Everybody, raise your hand if you've traveled around the world talking to international press while being an obese white comedian in a time when the Kardashians are making everybody have body dysmorphia, and yet you're making spy comedies that make $200 million fucking dollars because people from all continents of all colors and all sort of human understandings and whatever the fucks can see themselves in you. And that comes from a point of her understanding the universality of language and gesture and tone and what she says and what she doesn't say. She's an absolute expert of it. She might be the next Nelson Mandela. I'm just saying. I'm not dying.
That's interesting. And I don't think you had to get that specific with what people had to, like,
But it's true,
are you,
though.
if you're not an actress, I think you're immediately, boom. You could-
She is a brilliant person who is almost like a mime of the human condition.
I'm excited to see how she's going to portray it too, especially
Absolutely.
the young girl that's going to be portrayed in Maria Francis.
Oh,
that
yeah.
one, like when you see them, like they
The young
look,
Patsy actress.
exactly. They look side to side, like it's
Bobby, I have done some stalkings online for
Okay.
the actress.
Okay.
Because I think she's has photogenic, and I think she has a lot of, future ahead of her, and I want to know more about her than anybody else knows about her. And I got to tell you, she passes the kind of the Hollywood, sort of decaying, sort of fucking soul sort of test. Like she's got a pure, healthy, still alive soul. She has put in the hard work. She has earned her dues. She has a great family. I would love to get to know more about her because I think honestly she's going to be a brilliant young Patsy Ramsey.
let's not use it as a stalking, but yeah, we should get her on.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. We should reach out and get him on. I'm not sure. Yeah,
I can talk to her.
Oh my
I mean,
God.
well,
Ask
maybe
her questions.
Tone
So
it down.
excited he just
I'm just going to ask questions
Don't be
about
weird.
her. Not
I'd love to talk to
inappropriate.
anybody on that show. So
Well, they're filming for the next month and a half. They should be listening to our podcast. Maybe if we.
I mean, they might.
Let's put it out there.
We
Let's
might
say-
be. We got a
knows?
big audience out in Toronto, according to Apple Podcasts. So
Is that where they're filming it, Bobby?
I believe so. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Out in Canada.
I bet they're
Interesting.
really
I'm surprised
appreciate our
nothing's leaked where we
efforts.
haven't seen a picture of Clive Owen yet.
Oh yeah.
Because there's no way that like he's not around somewhere where like they haven't gotten like, oh, look at this weird. Clive Owen's gonna look different because he's
That's
gotta look
so
like John
true.
Ramsey.
Right.
They've really got a blackout around this. It's unspeakable. They're not allowed to tell anybody where they're going to be filming or who's
I mean,
going
I
to be
think it's
filming
just
what scene.
Canada. They don't care as much. Where it's more like, oh, this production's going here. Like more closed set. Like I'm sure he's not doing that many scenes outside. How often do you see John outside? Really?
Did you know Tim Hortons started in Canada, Bobby? Tim Hortons, a coffee donut place.
Yeah, they're great. I
They
love
said
Tim
they're going
Hortons.
to give me a call back for my application. Maybe some days I could bring.
Good luck,
I could bring
man.
donuts.
Way up there.
Donuts
I
holes.
tell you what, bacon, egg, and cheese on a croissant, so good from there.
Where it's
Oh, no
at.
way.
Where
On a
A
it's-
croissant
bacon?
at
A
Tim
croissant?
Hortons.
Yep.
They have a big croissant bun. It's so good.
The breakfast sandwiches are amazing.
Oh, I get to make
Not
sandwiches.
just the donuts.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I know. The possibility.
I just thought it was coffee and donuts. I didn't know they had no sandwiches.
Oh.
They never really let me look inside in there on the menu and all that. But they did say that they're short staffed and that I, can stand on 2 feet for long durations, which I can do. You've seen me do it.
Right.
And so, anywho, that began in Canada. So, in a way, Tim Hortons, us, and Unspeakable, the JonBenet Ramsey anthology miniseries thing, they're all connected with Canada and in a triangle that is destined. Like maybe we were meant to make our investigation and have it exist concurrently with this top of the line, high big budget. Melissa McCarthy is gonna win like a miniseries best actress sort of fucking Emmy in the future. I'm already calling it. Like we're meant to exist together because we're meant to work together. Maybe they're listening to us and it's helping inform in some of the most nuanced.
Oh, we're gonna
yet
hype it up. I'm
genius
so
ways.
excited
Right.
for it.
And then maybe they can come onto our show.
That'd be great.
That
That's
would
a
be
great
amazing,
idea.
yeah.
Well, we're gonna reach out to him. So
Yeah, Donna, you should reach out to him. What's it gonna be on, Bobby?
well, she shouldn't reach out.
I
to
know.
him.
Why
What
would
the
I
fuck
do
else does
it?
she do? She doesn't play no clips no more. She can fucking type an email.
All right.
You can type it to what? Is it Paramount's Plus?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
on
yeah.
Paramount.
Paramount Plus.
Yeah.
Can you
yeah,
even
yeah.
spell Paramount?
Paramount?
Paramount.
P
Can I
A
rant?
R A M O U N T.
No.
No. Oh, yeah. O-U-N-T, right? Okay. I think it's a D.
M-U-N-T. Paramount.
M-O-U-N-T.
No.
Mount.
Yeah.
Right?
I don't want to talk about it.
Can I
don't
rant
know.
about Tim Hortons real quick? I'll
Yeah,
cut it
please
out if
do.
it's too
Please rant
out of
away.
the
It's the
way.
50th episode.
So I went recently, like the past few times I went, I'll bring like the dogs in the back seat. I got 2 dogs.
Yeah.
All right. And then like the lady there, whenever she would see him, would give him a piece of the donut. Like I didn't have to say anything. Like they just knew when I'd pull up
little
because they have
sweet treat
cameras
for-
or whatever.
Yeah.
So it's so nice. Then I went last time and I'd ordered through the app. I wanted to get my stuff and like I went through the drive-through.
Yeah.
Pull up, no donut from the lady. Dogs very much sensed that they were supposed to get a donut. No
What
donut.
the
And I was
fuck?
kind of like,
That's so cruel.
almost I was like gonna do it like order like there, but there was so many
Like it
people
was,
behind
I
me.
mean, my guy.
So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go inside. So I pulled around and parked, went inside, and then I got them a donut.
Yeah.
Got them donut holes.
Did you take him inside with you, Bobby?
No.
So they could yell at her?
No, they are
in.
back. They gotta stay in the car. I don't have leashes. Anywho, go back out to the car, and my dog, my smaller one, has now eaten my breakfast sandwich
Shut the fuck
while I was
up.
inside
that
getting them
bastard.
donuts.
Oh my God.
Of course he does.
So I then went back inside with like my half-eaten sandwich, and like the same lady from the window who did give me a donut too. Like I went up and I was like, I explained like the little situation where I was like, yeah, I normally get a donut, so I make sure I wanted to get them a donut. They ate my sandwich. I was like, so I guess I got to get another one. And she's like, okay. She's like 5'69". I'm like, you fucking.
She's a fucking bitch.
Wow.
Fucking.
Is that the bitch down the street at the Tim Hortons down the street now, Bobby?
The one near the highway, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
It was like an older lady, but it was like I always normally got like a sweet girl that was giving me donuts. But then this one lady where it was like,
that's Melinda. Yeah.
You know her name?
I know her name.
That bitch. That bitch. So, and
She
again,
wasn't
it
originally going to take my
her fault.
application.
It
I had to
wasn't-
force it into her hand and push it into her chest until she got dizzy.
That's maybe she said we weren't hiring.
She said that they're short-staffed and they're considering me, and I'm going to get a job there, Bobby.
I don't know.
Oh,
They
it's
seem-
not location?
Don't want to hear anything
We'll
other than
spread the
I
good
didn't
there.
know
Spread the good
that.
there, because that was again.
gonna
She
feed
didn't
dogs
do
everything.
anything wrong, obviously, but it's more of like come on.
She was wrong.
Right.
You can't be working at a storied institution, like Canadian institution like Tim Hortons, and not understand the nuance and the beautiful transaction world, like role of dough and sweets and pets and bakeries. Like ever since the dawn of fucking time, when they've been baking bread, dogs get a bit. A bit of bread.
The smell. Like,
I used to do
it's
Starbucks.
intoxicating.
They had the puppuccino, which I hated saying. Like,
The Mamacino.
yeah, it's just whipped cream in a little short cup.
How are these animals getting more free foods than me? Because when I ask for it, they
Can I
give
get a
me
puppuccino?
Well, we haven't tried
That's hilarious.
that.
You should go ask for them with no
did.
dog in sight.
I asked for
Right.
10 of them.
Can I get
I said I had $10 outside, and then I just.
And they just go, he's not going to like that one. Can we get a different one?
It's like
God.
8
Do you have a dog?
ounces of whipped cream, Bobby. It's delicious.
We can try it. We can try it.
It tricks my
We'll go
body into
afterwards.
And then
believing
if they
I'm
ask you if you have a dog,
vitamins.
go, are you a cop?
Well, yeah. I mean, yeah, that's exactly what I did too. I mean,
Very
it's kind of
off-putting
uncanny that you're
response.
calling. You know exactly what I did, because when I said I was a cop, then they got mad for me for impersonating a law enforcement person. And there was a cop there, and long story short, I took down my pants and I
what a
wasn't wearing no
shame.
underwear, and I had a lot of caked up poop on my cheeks, and a lot of people started throwing up, and then kind of the frenzy of everybody's confusion, I just kind of ran out. And, it's not my first time being naked in the middle of the
That
night.
is the most confusing
shocked.
thing you could do
I'm
to
shocked.
somebody. That would debilitate them for at least a good 15 seconds. Where it's like, oh, if you make them throw up, nobody considers that. That's a great tactic.
Like, nobody
just by
expects
being disgusting.
the entire cheeks covered in dry poop. Sometimes people expect a little bit of whatever, wet diarrhea juice in between, whatever. Maybe you got a hemorrhoid and you're.
Oh, God.
Oh, you're gonna make
You're
a
gonna
throw
make
up
me
just
throw
talking
up.
up.
But I do a whole process. It's what they do in Afghanistan with grapes. I smear an entire butt cheek with poop. And it just kind of helps keep me from sweating. It keeps it.
You could just say you do what they
That's
do with
what the
poop.
smell is.
They just wipe with their hand. But anywho, we'd love to get Tim Hortons to sponsor us.
Yeah, and we'd love to talk to people from this mini-series because we are serious investigation journalists, and we do hold the utmost respect for this topic, even though, one could judge us for maybe.
I mean, your poop has nothing to do with that, JonBenet. So, how can you get mad?
Just like people need to talk about new things about JonBenet, people need to start talking about the one thing we all have in common, which is that we all poop.
I don't know if we have to
Every-
talk
yeah.
There's
about it.
many
Right.
uses for it.
You're
Yeah.
right.
I don't want to beat around the bush, and I don't want to stop talking about putting poop in my bush either.
That's fair.
What if there's new poetry that comes out of that topic? I mean, my God, has anybody ever been to a grad level writing class? Sometimes you just need to stop fucking judging everything, especially when it comes to art, and art that also has a practical purpose in being the most exhaustive investigation of this unsolved mystery that has
Teddy.
held this entire world in apoplexia. Okay.
See, you didn't even want
Yeah,
to
we're just not doing a podcast about poop. I understand what you're saying, though. That's fair.
It's just that this is the 50th episode. It just feels very different. It feels more mature.
It does.
We can talk about these things. We can expect the audience to be mature and shut the fuck up and listen and enjoy it.
Right.
Yeah, nobody. Well, you don't have to be mad at them.
They're not gonna hate me in the
They haven't
world.
even heard it yet. But what else we got in news?
Well, I mean, I got kicked out at a casino, and I mean, it's just I'm gonna call racism.
I thought it was a
Martin Luther King
lesbian
Day.
hotel.
I think it's racism,
Racism.
Bobby. Yeah. I mean, there's something that in different lighting, I appear in different shades. And so it's something that I want to talk about on this Martin Luther King Day of all days, because sometimes we forget that civil rights is still ongoing, and this is my civil rights not being righted. You know what I mean? Where I think that when I'm in a casino for 7 days in a row, and I'm not bathing and I'm not listening to nobody, and I'm really, getting
You're a patron for sure.
getting animalistic and
7
my
days
rage.
in a row without a room at the casino, or you just?
No, I didn't have no room, and I was playing the terminal with what's the Tom Carey.
How are you making money last that long there?
Bobby, I'm really good at
You doing like penny slots?
Bobby, I don't want to fucking talk about it. Okay.
Okay.
Can we just change the subject? It's just I didn't.
Yeah, I was
wasn't at no casinos.
When I said
7 days.
when I said what else in the news, I meant more JonBenet news.
Oh.
That's what I meant.
Right, not like what's going on with you, but whatever.
Jesus Christ.
Okay.
Alrighty. So I don't know if you guys are familiar with like blinds. You ever heard of that? As far as like rumors with celebrities.
Oh,
You ever heard of these blind items?
I don't
No.
know. No.
So there's this famous website called Crazy Days and Nights, run by this character called NT Lawyer. They're basically an entertainment lawyer. They've been running this gossip site for years.
NT means entertainment. Lawyer means lawyer.
And I feel like, because I've seen this site for years, this is like how they revealed Louis C.K. was doing that masturbating shit years and years before.
Oh my God! So you can see it even though it's blinds.
Right, and like Bradley Cooper's wife was a Saudi yacht girl for like basically how they
my
buy the
God.
Victoria's Secret models.
Oh.
And then Jared Leto is definitely going to go down at some point, I guess. So
Oh my God! You're telling me a lot of information about people that I don't remember.
that's fine. It's all celebrity gossip. But
Okay,
this guy posts these items called blind items,
Okay.
and it's normally just vague information. And so they had posted this one on December 31st, and it said some photos and video of this now dead child dressed as Marilyn Monroe are coming to light.
They had previously been sold to a collector back in the day.
If you can find the unedited version, there is a huge clue that leads to the long suspected killer. And then they don't tell you who it is until something comes to light in the press about an item, and then you repost them as blind items revealed.
Oh.
Like this. And then they show you at the bottom who they were talking about, JonBenet Ramsey.
Oh my God! Okay, I think I understand that.
Yeah.
It's
So-
a blind thing because it's not publicly known, and he doesn't tell you exactly who it's about.
Right, it is
But it
publicly known.
gives
but
you
there's
context
People
clues.
left out.
Well, they don't
like,
want to get sued.
Names are left out.
So when they're saying stuff like Jared Leto tried to kill himself when Me Too started,
Oh my God.
because all this stuff was coming to light, and they thought like he was on tour with 30 Seconds to Mars,
Damaging.
supposedly like he tried to kill himself.
Oh my God! Allegedly.
Allegedly, but he's good now. He's in the clear.
Who hasn't tried to kill himself? I mean, my guy.
But again, he's one
My
that
God.
again they haven't missed on normally who they're talking about with Predators.
Yeah.
Oh, and also that Tom Hanks, not as good a guy, supposedly cheated on his wife with that house actress. But this was like 10 years ago.
I hate
He cheated
hearing
on
that.
Rita Wilson with the house actress who
I
was the
remember
actress
reading
on
that one
House.
a long time
I
ago.
love
Yeah,
Rita.
Jennifer Goodwin or something.
Oh my God, the
Oh,
girl from
really?
Big Love.
Yeah.
She was the third wife. She's got
Yes.
that heart-shaped face and those innocent eyes. You can never
Allegedly.
imagine her.
Allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly. Well, you know, this is the thing
They're
about
fun to
celebrities.
read.
Entertainment, everything is entertainment. Everything is entertainment. Everything's artificial. That's literally the industry. It's like if I were to question, oh, is this tire a tire? Yes, it's a tire. It's a tire industry. Entertainment industry, everything you know about it is part of the industry.
You
It's
got to
fake.
question, why are you even interested in looking at this stuff in the first place?
Right.
Yeah.
And so I don't really look at it anymore. But
Scratching at the surface of the artifice of a world that has been manufactured that is an altered reality rather than the real story where, you know, the fact that even a child
People
can
with
die and
publicists.
not, it'll be unknown who killed them for decades is a symptom of a world in which the truth at all times is not valued or, you know what I mean? Like, delivered.
Yes.
It is all about masking shit and, you know,
which is probably why it ended up on this entertainment website.
I mean, she's a fucking star, JonBenet.
So we wanted to look into it where it's like, oh, we didn't know there was these new photos, but we found this Reddit post.
Nude photos, Bobby?
New.
Okay, I just want to be sure because I was really disturbed. Go right ahead.
Jesus
Don't be mad at me. It's a
Christ.
50. I mean,
So again, these photos are supposed to be her as Marilyn Monroe, and they hint that if there was an unedited version, there's a clue that could lead to the suspected killer.
oh my God.
So here's one of them.
Is that her?
That's her. Here's a bigger one of that.
Oh my goodness.
She has so much mascara on, and the way
And
that.
the pose is like, hey, how did you get her to nail the Marilyn Monroe thing?
How is this supposed to be Marilyn Monroe? Why is she
And
not wearing
also,
that white gown?
This is in the middle of, like, this isn't like a thing where, hey, they like were doing a, hey, stop and pose. This is clearly like she knew when that flash was gonna be going off. I gotta hit that.
oh yeah,
Like, this isn't
she's
a-
doing the Marilyn Monroe lips. I see it now, Bobby.
She's not even looking at the camera,
Her
but she
face
knew
kinda
that
looks like
flash.
her.
Like,
She
she's
looks
trained to.
And she looks stoned.
She's working with the male gaze in a world that is
He's that
creepily
same
perverted.
outfit. It is the same outfit.
Oh my god.
Okay, well,
This is
first-
with her.
Zebra
It's a
and a
Halloween
post.
event.
This is not Marilyn Monroe attire. Okay, so what is the
So
clue?
I think what they're talking about with the unedited version is in reference to, if you can see this pin on her. It
Okay.
says, "Hello, I'm Marilyn Monroe."
Oh, it's written in blue ink by hand.
It looks like that looks like black ink. What are you talking about? It doesn't matter. Either
looks
way,
blue.
the handwriting, I believe, is what they're talking about is in reference to Patsy. Because that's clearly a Patsy handwriting there.
my
And it,
What do you mean, Bobby? What do you mean by like Patsy wrote that on the button?
you think JonBenet wrote it?
Oh.
Because we know from like Burke's photo album, she kind of would put stuff in childlike handwriting
Oh yeah.
because it was supposedly Patsy's handwriting.
She
It's from the
commits
Chris
to a
Wolf days.
theme.
So it's a thing of almost this is the elegant hello. I'm Marilyn Monroe, which I don't know who wouldn't have guessed that from that scarily
That
accurate.
face.
Everybody,
Goodness.
1 second. Pause for the cause for just a second, please.
Yeah, sure.
What if JonBenet wrote her ransom letters?
That is.
I'm interested in seeing a theory.
You think JonBenet wrote that name tag?
If JonBenet wrote that
honestly
name
think she
tag,
wrote
she
that?
might have
I
written her
don't.
ransom letter, and then she maybe like bunked herself on the head or something, and then got
This is quite possibly the worst take you've ever had.
Why would she write that ransom letter?
Well, maybe
what
she
end?
wanted to be the little girl that's abducted, like along came a spider, put in a houseboat somewhere, discovered by fucking Monica Potter and Morgan Freeman, and then Monica Potter actually is one of the villains. Spoiler alert: of Along Came a Spider, which came out in 2001.
You've honestly already spoiled this movie before this show.
I'm just saying, like,
And
what if
honestly, I've been trying to forget it because I do want to watch that movie at some point.
it's a great
don't
movie.
ruin it.
It's like a
He's ruined it twice now.
You can, if you have a marathon with that and the Bone Collector, you will have thrills, and you will get slightly.
Why would you do Bone Collector? That's
hard?
That's not an Alex Cross.
It's not Al Cars, but it's got Angelina Jolie and Denzel
Yeah, but if you
Washington.
do Along Came a Spider, why wouldn't you just do that and Kiss the Girls? Those are actual.
Kiss the Girls is more of an afternoon movie, Bobby.
Which I didn't know
Wouldn't you
until
agree?
way later that Morgan Freeman's playing the same detective.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we got to go back because
It's
we're
all
talking
fucking
about
fake.
Marilyn Monroe pictures.
Oh yeah,
Oh, we got off tangent.
Yeah,
Yeah, we got.
Yeah, cut this down, Bobby. They don't need to listen to all this.
We'll give it for the Patreon people. That'll be a little bit longer. So sorry about that. But also, you're welcome because I feel like I'll enjoy listening to it later.
Yeah, I mean, it's nice.
So yeah, these pictures finally came out, like the blind item, because now confirmed.
Right.
Now that it's circulating around, and this is what we got here, and it is a very interesting look. This again was for like some sort of Halloween party.
Her hair's too long to be Marilyn Monroe, but her face in that looked like that in that
Right,
picture.
number one. Shut
Possibly a contest,
So-
costume contest, maybe.
Yeah, so it was in October, right? And even though it's a stupid, it's just like Patsy when she was doing the Miss America, and she decided to take that Prima Miss Jean Brody scene and go around the copyright stipulation and just like edit it a little bit and perform all three characters.
And she even tried to get the governor of West Virginia involved.
Shut the fuck
in
up.
aiding her and getting the permission to use the copyright.
See, she it's all
Linda
about who you know.
Linda
She-
McLean wrote about
Right.
that in a book, and then like he actually was successful, but the permission came too late. So at that point, she altered the scene to be about this teacher who was basically at odds with this editor of this, like it was a journalist.
Interesting.
So to me, it sounds like what she did was alter the scene to be about how a journalist was going to publish these rumors about her.
Right.
Because Linda McLean wrote in the book that Patsy really wanted to capture the same mannerisms and inflections as the scene.
Fucking Jesus,
Wow.
Rick Sanchez.
I recently
Moranis.
posted the whole 8-minute
Christ.
scene to the subreddit, which I'll link below, of the Prima Miss Jean Brody, because you can't rent it anywhere. Like it's hard to find the movie. So I posted the whole scene that Patsy would sometimes do, where they said sometimes it would run 10 minutes long.
Holy shit.
And it's basically the scene with she's in a class talking to her students, and she's like, "Hey, this is all about composure like the Mona Lisa." And then she gets interrupted, and this guy's like, "Hey, the lady wants to talk to you, the boss, about this letter she received."
Oh yeah, that's when that happens in that movie. that I'm never gonna watch. Except for the clip
But the scene, that's the one that's important to watch, because you can imagine Patsy being very dramatic for each one of the roles.
Oh, absolutely.
And I was showing Donna it earlier too,
Yes.
and it's a thing. You in the bathroom, so it's a thing though. When the lady's reading the letter to her, she's like, it's no doubt written by an adolescent before she starts to read it to her, but you see that this adolescent letter is very long.
Too long.
As in, this forgery of a letter is too long. But these people write the note as Miss Jean Brody. But it's interesting that it's highlighted that it's like a front and back
Interesting.
paper. That's
Right.
a forgery to show like, oh, a kid would be.
There's so many weird parallels with Miss Jean Brody and letters and Patsy Ransby's
what
handwriting and
happened,
things like that. And so her handwriting is really important. So we look at her handwriting potentially on this button that's on Marilyn Monroe Jr.
Right, let me pull that back up. Here we go. So you can kind of maybe like an elaborate M right there. I haven't really analyzed it yet, but if you want to do it right now,
Yeah, let me
take a
know.
look at it. Here.
Can you zoom in on that button with that picture?
I sure can. I can.
Okay.
Hello, I'm Marilyn Monroe.
And now I'm looking at the letter.
Letters, yeah. The eyes, a little squiggly in some of the ways she does eyes.
The N
lowercase.
is
The N.
interesting.
Where's the N? Which one?
On Monroe. She's got an N after the O. And it's almost just like a
Like a little mountain.
protozoic, almost like, infant civilization, cuneiform sort of letter version of an N, where it's just like, a horizontal line and 2 drop lines at the end. And that's kind of what it looks like with the N's in the letter, where she just kind of goes up, across, and down.
The Y is like changed too.
The Y is changed. Oh, well, yeah, the Y is not the same, but that one's more fancy because she does even a curve. There's clearly an extra flair added for this Marilyn Monroe thing, so you got to kind of ignore that.
It's almost like
But
she had
the
to
N-
rewrite over some of it, too.
I want to comment on the end, though, too. I'm not a handwriting expert, but I would want to ask them, like, hey, which letter is one that, like, you guys pretty much just got to be like, we don't use this as much because it's hard. And I feel like a lowercase n would be almost like universally hard, where unless somebody like me, who I guess writes in all caps.
To be something, what do you mean, like to
Well, not
prove?
like big. I mean, like I make the ones smaller.
It's like the
smaller
right, I
caps.
see
Like it's
that.
not like I capitalize the right things.
Yeah, we know you capitalize letters, Bobby. You don't have to prove it to us. We know you're at least 5'8".
I'm just, what? I think maybe the blind is referring to this. It'd be interesting if maybe they're not. Some people have speculated that there's writing on the outside of the pictures is maybe what they're talking about. Because they say if the unedited version,
Is this the only picture?
this is the only picture that has some sort of writing on it that's been released. And again, it's higher quality than, like, I don't know the order of release. Like this, you can't really read it. So maybe they're saying the edited version, which now it's the higher quality right here.
Oh yeah, you can see more.
So that could be it where,
There's enough that I'm seeing just in a cursory glance that looks like them. I should spend more time with it and just not throw the baby out with the bathwater.
Sure.
Absolutely. I think it probably has something to do with that handwriting on there. And at the same time, I already know that Patsy Ramsey wrote that letter.
exactly.
Right.
So, yeah, I don't know. I
Well,
mean,
you were earlier speculating that possibly JonBenet wrote her own.
maybe
ransom.
JonBenet, maybe a snowman Jack Frost situation.
You mean like a snowman wrote it?
Possibly.
God damn it, Patsy! Why's the floor all wet?
Oh, it was Christmas time too.
Well, I don't know, John Ramsey.
He warms me.
Oh goodness.
That's hilarious.
Rubs on me.
But there was credit to Reddit for somebody originally posting these pictures, and then somebody else for being like, "Hey, this is connected to that blind item." That probably makes sense of that. Somebody else on Reddit recently, which I'll have like the credit for the person up there. They posted that from the Netflix documentary. There's a shot where when they're talking about how Burke, all these theories floating around, they showed a bunch of the like posts from Reddit, like the JonBenet.
I remember that. Yeah, it was
accusing them.
different Reddit posts.
Well,
titles.
they saw a couple of them. They were like, "Hey, wait, these have hashtags in them." Reddit doesn't use hashtags.
No.
So they went and looked, and they saw they were mostly from like Twitter posts, and that caused them to look into the other titles that didn't have hashtags and found that like some of them are from Reddit, but very few are. Most of them are comments from different social
the
media
fuck up,
apps.
Bobby.
like
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, it's like all over the place.
They fabricated Reddit titles by just using tweets.
And specifically targeting like, the JonBenet Ramsey subreddit,
That is fucking weird.
which is kind of fucked up. So
Right.
that was interesting that they pointed
Why is
that
that
out.
fucked up? I don't understand.
It's fucked up that they basically are trying to like, hey, don't listen to these people because look at all this. And now we're going to tell you in the documentary why that's unequivocally false.
Oh, I understand now.
It's insane to think that Burke did it.
Yeah,
They're controlling the message.
Yeah,
I
and don't
forgot.
listen to these people, JonBenet Ramsey. Like,
Right.
I forgot. In those pictures, they added the subtitle, the subreddit name, and they used that
Yes.
subreddit to make them look. Oh my
yes,
god!
it is. So it was like, but somebody did some great legwork. Credit to you. I'll insert your name in post.
Great job.
Right here. Yeah, credit to you. That was great work.
That's amazing.
We love to see it. So I think that's it for JonBenet news. You guys want to move on to some fan mail?
Yeah, let's do some fan mail.
Yeah.
We haven't done fan mail in a long
Yeah,
time.
let's
All
do
right.
fan mail.
Fan mail. Fan mail. Fan mail. Fan mail.
So much mail.
So much.
Fan mail. My God, we are
Sounds
so
like a hymnal.
talented.
We are, yeah.
I mean,
absolutely.
our fans should be telling us about how talented we are.
That's what part of what they do.
Oh,
they very much
mail.
appreciate us. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's not going to be
describing what we're talking about now.
It's not going to be all bad fan mail. And actually, Teddy, this one, I guess I'm going to call this fancy fan mail here.
What?
Yeah, put on your tux because we got, when more noteworthy people, people
Tuck my penis, wear some
people that are
fancy
more out
fan
in
mail.
the public eye and have,
like be professional.
big accomplishments. Yeah, when they reach out to us.
If I'm going to be fancy, you got to be fancy too. I'm not changing down the clothes by wearing by myself. Donna looks like a fucking
Put on a
homeless person wearing potato
metaphorical
sack.
tuxedo. Don't talk about, stuff I got to bleep.
Wait, fancy fan mail. We should have a fancy fan mail theme song.
Okay.
No, we need to play a theme song, Bobby.
All right.
Play the fucking.
I got to make another song. but
Play
that's
theme
fine.
song.
Okay.
The mail has arrived.
The mail has arrived. The mail has arrived.
Out of my way, peasants.
What is it this time? Dog porn?
Is it about women's rights?
No, it's fancy fan mail for the king.
Wow, all right. That was incredibly elaborate.
What the fuck was that? That was crazy.
That was new.
Is there money? Are we paying people to make these kinds of things? Because
Yeah, it could be workshopped.
yeah,
You know.
I want my money back.
need
That
to
was
tighten it
horrible.
up.
I mean, the production values of this podcast, Bobby. I didn't want to say nothing because I know it's important to you to feel good about what things you do, but we could step it up a little.
What the
That
fuck?
was not a good song.
Jesus Christ.
I'm sorry. I'm just speaking my mind, trying to be honest.
So yeah, we got some fancy fan mail for you guys.
Fancy fan mail, very fancy. Who's it from? What kind of fan, Bobby? The Gandhis, Buddha?
What?
Oh my God! Is it from Shannon Doherty?
Wait,
What, the
did she
message?
die?
No.
Did she die? Shannon Doherty die?
I think maybe.
Oh my God!
Is that stuff we should know?
No,
She had
don't say it's
cancer.
true. I don't want no Shannon Doherty being dead now.
Hold on, I'm
She
looking
can't
it up.
be dead.
Hold on.
Not from Charms. Oh my God! She was the first
Holy
one.
shit. Yeah, she died last year.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
gosh.
She had like breast cancer or something, and she like
Wait.
just didn't make
She was
it.
53.
What day did she die, Bobby?
July 13th.
July 13th. That's when I was drawing the portrait of her.
Really?
Remember?
Why would you remember that date?
Because I sign every portrait with my name and the numbers of the day.
I'm gonna need
so
some
it's
proof.
not from her, obviously.
No, it's not.
And I did not
Right.
kill her by drawing her. I don't care. It's not some Dorian Gray kind of thing.
No,
What is
it's from this respected author and journalist, Peyton Thomas. Hit us up on Instagram.
Peyton Thomas?
Yeah, they mentioned us in a story once, and then we became friends on Instagram. They sent us this podcast. They said, had to flag this John Ramsey podcast appearance for you. It's on a cult awareness podcast, no less. Crazy work and crazier comment section.
What?
I haven't finished the whole podcast yet, but the gist of it basically is he's on this cult podcast, and the cult thing is more referring to the atmosphere of the internet people that attacked the family.
Oh.
Or, investigated the case.
I
Looked
see.
at the facts.
Kind of like the internet vigilante sort of mindset.
But it was
of-
so nice for them to reach out, and also, it's
Well, I mean-
a respected author,
I
Peyton
know.
Thomas.
Obviously, Bobby, you have no idea who Peyton Thomas is, at least not to the extent that I do. Do you even know that Peyton is an author and a journalist?
I mean, I've seen from the bio. I haven't done it.
They've written things for the New York Times, Bobby. Have you ever written it for anything in the newspaper that was put in black and white and it's
understand
distributed
why
on
you're mad
an
at me.
island made of junk? No, you never have. I mean, they go to Harvard. They're doing things with like literary fiction. They're rewriting Truman Capote's fucking Little Women's or something like that.
They've accomplished so much.
I think this is misplaced anger.
They're a very smart person.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, well, I just don't like the idea that you're talking to them behind my back because I obviously have been trying to reach out to Peyton for a long, long time.
Oh, well,
I know, I love Peyton.
Because if it's not like a phone or something with an internet connection or...
You know what, Bobby? I got an idea. We should interview Peyton Thomas. Or get him to interview us.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he wrote to us on Instagram or something like that. He replied. He put the @ thing, right? He wants to communicate with me. I could have a new friend.
Yeah.
Bobby, this is fantastic fancy
I
news.
love it.
She needed
I love
a
fancy
win.
fan mail. Wait, what did he... So he was talking about this documentary that's about a cult?
No, it was a podcast. John Ramsey was on a cult podcast.
Oh,
They was
no.
just flagging it for us. I got to finish it, but
Yeah,
we'll put the link in the
why would he
description
do
if anybody
that?
wants to check it out.
Nobody ever wants to talk about podcasts potentially being a cult either. So I just want to put that out there.
Do you
Podcast
feel like you're in a
physical,
cult
yeah.
right now?
Well, tell me someone who stopped listening to podcasts after they started listening to podcasts.
So yeah, we'd gladly sit down for an interview.
Yeah.
You know? All right, and we got some. We'll go ahead and consider this fancy fan mail too, since it's from one of our Patreon members.
Oh sure.
Scottish Rabbit on Patreon. I'm sure a lot of America has been affected by some weather or wildfires, I guess.
I mean, that's weather. That's a good job, Bobby.
And that, thank you. Scottish Rabbit wrote, awesome. This is in response to our new episode. We have some situation weather coming in, so after being chewed up and spit out several times on WS, which I don't know what that is.
Water sports.
No, I don't think so. We're doing an all-out today binge. All episodes, notebooks, and treats. Love you guys. Can't wait for what's next.
Oh, Robbie. That's so fucking wonderful.
That's
Made me happy.
wonderful.
Want to
So
live?
funny.
Oh, my God. He loves what?
So
They,
sweet.
is it, who are they? The rabbit.
What do you mean, who are they?
I don't know. That's fantastic.
They're one of our Patreon members.
Oh, my God.
Who, so if you guys, again, come join our Patreon.
Join on Patreon. Do what Scottish Rabbit does. That's exactly what we expect of you.
Very supportive.
Jesus. Yeah, you can join as a free member on the Patreon too. So.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, let's take a look at some of our YouTube comments. So more people have been going back through, just like Scottish Rabbit was, and doing binges. I'm getting more people that are like going through older episodes.
Oh, yeah.
That's awesome.
Here's one from just 2 hours ago, guys. We got one from Davina Renee. Ooh, and she got the accent mark in there. This was on the Unchained Malady, John Mark Carr. She says, "Love you guys and Donna."
Oh.
See that back in the
that's
old
sweet.
episodes where people really had to acknowledge the emotional damage that you do throughout the episode to her to remind that.
Right. I need some kudos. Like, I put up with a lot.
Just because they say it don't mean they really mean it.
Because if they just left it at "love you guys," you would just twist it. So
Right, because you always say, you ask,
Yeah.
does
Maybe
Donna add anything to this?
That's
Does
true.
Donna,
That's true.
You've said that multiple
I
times.
know what I said, and I know
They're
what...
answering you.
Shut up.
You don't like how right I am.
I don't really like anything about you, right, left, or
Oh my
center.
gosh. So Indigo 22284 has been one of the people that have been marathoning through these old episodes. And they commented on episode 16, the Burke Ramsey episode, the first one we did,
Oh my God, yeah.
in regards to the courtroom drama that we did.
Oh my God, I love that. Play a clip, Donna.
They said counsel for prosecution facilitates between an impeccable President Obama and a spot-on foghorn leghorn. And we are here for it. Good show, gentle people.
Aww,
3 hand claps.
I love them.
Somebody who got to the North Fox Island part 2, they got all the way through the monkey
Now,
stuff.
that episode was a blockbuster.
It
That
was a
was
block.
chaos.
Well, that was too much, yeah.
That was a highlight of my life.
Was it?
Vanessa?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
And not the
Vanessa's
work.
the highlight, and then I'm like the shitbox. Jeez. Okay.
I'm the one that did all the work for the research of the episode that really just took a second,
I gave the knife to the orangutan. Can we just stop trying to compare each other?
Well, after the
all
the
make the
episode was presented, this person watched it. This is Marketing Masters 3550. At this point, I could see them all possible suspects. Should have locked them all up in jail at once.
Right? If only that was possible.
I thought they were going to talk about the monkey.
No.
Now that was just you.
That was a good comment. Yeah, sure.
That was a great
Yes,
comment.
very good.
Indigo, commenting on the 60 Minutes episode, they go, that shot of Jar on the bench in front of bars, so close to the bars, almost behind them. Come on, Jar. Jar, bumbling fool no one believes could be a powerful secret Sith Lord in plain sight.
That is an epic burn. That was good. Damn, they wrote that?
They wrote that, yeah.
Wow. Indigo?
Indigo. They also commented on episode 6 with, except for check fraud. Teddy's song.
Well,
South to West 8506 commented on the last episode. They quoted us, when they test the DNA sample, that destroys the sample. Teddy, oh my God.
oh my God.
They love the way you say, oh my God.
Oh my God.
Probably implanted in their mind and
They
just
said
hear it for no
that.
reason. Yeah, I do sometimes too.
Oh my God. You
You're
guys.
connecting with people.
Great friend and Patreon of the show, Red Raven Spirit, commented on last week's episode. This may be one of your best episodes yet. Expertly researched, fascinating conversations. I really loved it. Great job, Bobby, Teddy, and Donna. Using Occam's razor, I'm going to have to not agree with this particular theory, but I love looking at all angles and being challenged. You certainly accomplished that here. Well done. Just one thing. To me, I don't think Patsy ever went to bed because of the crime scene photo of the Ramseys' parent bed. One side was obviously made and never slept in, and Patsy was wearing the same clothes as the day before, greeting the police with hair done and full makeup. Thank you guys. Love your work.
Oh, my God. Aww. Now, that is peak fan behavior.
It's so nice of her.
That's how you disagree with people, too. Everybody take note.
And so I wanted to confirm which photo she was talking about. She was talking about this photo.
Oh, yeah.
The
bedspread is not flipped over on the other side.
To me, that doesn't show that much, though.
But she was wearing like a party dress. Like
both pillows look kind of rumpled. And I guess their whole thing was they each like made their own side as they got up. So
I don't have an opinion.
I don't know.
That is a weird looking bedroom, though. That's for sure. That's where the ghosts live.
A-frame. Yeah.
This is the one they had put in this floor.
This is where they're doing that Macbeth out damn spot thing shit there. In this weird tower of the bedroom, it's weird.
Yeah.
So yeah, we thank you, Red Raven Spirit. Love you so much. She also commented on that episode. Ponyboy White Trash made me laugh out loud. Teddy, that was hilarious.
Oh, you're welcome.
Belinda Rose on last week's episode as well wrote, "You totally blew my mind with this theory, Bobby. It totally fits. It could actually be true. In my opinion, my gut always brought me back to young people, kids. Even the ransom note makes me think that. Bloody outstanding job, Bobby. Thank you for your investigating. This episode really shows you examining every angle, not let's just lynch the Ramseys. I appreciate your work and love the show."
Oh, my God. Absolutely. Kudos to Bobby.
Yes.
That last episode was incredible. It was so intense, and it was such a well laid out theory that I've never heard before.
Right.
And Bobby, you really did a great job. Also respecting everybody involved with that. And I'm just honored to be collaborating with you, to be a genius beside you.
Well, thank you so much.
You're a giant kind of genius.
Look at Teddy. He's feeling.
You don't have to rub my foot under the table. You can stop that, though.
And if you ever want me to go and, maybe take some of your monies from your savings account and enhance it and do some things that I'm really good at when it comes to, markets and casino things and what have you. I'm good at those things. Good at gambling.
Yeah, I'm going to pass on that.
I'm a good gambler.
But I liked part of what you said where, looking at new theories. Because speaking of that, our next comment, the KC Shug, they've commented before. You see them all the time. Great friend of the show. They wrote, "It'd be awesome if y'all could get the Zell brothers on here. They have been out speaking on their findings."
The Zell brothers?
The Zell brothers. I looked into them. They've been guests on True Crime Garage before, and they just did like this 5-hour podcast with this lady where I'm about halfway through it.
Dear God, 5 hours.
Because he's commented this before, asking that we should get them on. And they actually have a little talked about theory that kind of involves the church. These are just two guys from New Jersey who back in...
They're brothers.
They're brothers.
From New Jersey.
Back when this all happened, they started doing their own investigating while working jobs and stuff, kind of like what we're doing.
I mean,
But they developed this theory that involves like some sort of sexual assault within the church there that the Ramseys attended at St. John's Episcopal Church. But I think it would be fascinating to get them on too.
I want to learn more about that.
Right.
The Zell brothers. Let's call them up. Let's do it.
Let's do it. We'll do it.
Absolutely. That's a great idea. Thank you, Sugar Cube.
Sugar Cube?
What's her name?
I like it.
The Casey Shug.
The Casey Shug. Thank you, Casey Shug.
Christian Nussa commented on last week's episode. "It's not impossible that this other boy was involved, but I still tend towards Burke's best friend for several reasons. Mainly because the boy had to be liked by JonBenet if the two boys in a girl scenario should have worked out. And I don't believe that she liked the boy like him. And also because the Steins suddenly became the Ramseys' best friends after her death, but they did not call the Steins on the 26th. I believe that Burke and one of his sons played a bizarre game with JonBenet, and a consent somehow similar to playing doctor but also different went wrong. When JonBenet cried out in pain, the boys panicked and accidentally killed her in an attempt to silence her. The police should have looked more deeply into the friends of Burke."
So he thinks it might be the Stein.
Like the Blue Crab one. We've done that. Yeah, that episode with him being involved.
All right.
Which I could see, but I've also seen somebody point out before, and it always sticks with me, where they don't think that John would be able to sit across from Doug Stein if he actually thought that he was involved with this little girl's murder. Like, how do you...
compose yourself. Like,
But they do have a complicated relationship that John tries to distance himself and
I mean,
from
I
him.
struggle to understand how a lot of people comport themselves throughout the events of this whole fucking, parade, almost a charade parade.
that's what it's become.
And so, I mean,
But if
I don't
it's
know.
like we
I
talked
mean,
about last week, and it's a situation where they're not sure which kid they thought, but they're not sure, kind of thing, I could see them being more tolerable. But it's fair, and we love you, Christian Nusser, as well. Thank you for commenting.
I'm Teddy, and I'm thinking again. Oh, JonBenet, you never got to see Spy Kids 3D. You could have probably been in it. You would have been amazing as Deo Sabaras. Oh, JonBenet, you never got to see Judge Dredd or the remake of Judge Dredd. They were cinematic classics. Oh, JonBenet, you never got to watch the Kevin Bacon, Meryl Streep masterpiece, A River Wild, or the remake of A River Wild, starring people we don't know. JonBenet never got to see no Donald Trump get inaugurated twice. Well, I really think she would have voted for him because I doubt she would have been able to escape the caustic environment of patriarchal suppression of women's rights in her reality. Just thinking thoughts. FanMail has been really interesting today, Bobby. I've appreciated it. Shows that we've really matured. We're one of the best podcasts about any true crime thing that's actually serious about solving an unsolved murder.
And it's fair.
People are recognizing that. I see a robust future for us in the futures. I'm pretty proud of us.
Yeah, and just for our final piece of fan mail, because this is exactly what our goal was. We're now a couple months removed from this Netflix documentary coming out.
Oh, that's right. That piece of shit hack job.
Right? Michelle B, 3698.
Oh, my God.
wrote on our Ashley Ray episode. Excellent interview. I accepted the intruder theory and only recently realized is largely driven by the Ramsey team. Credit to Netflix for inspiring me to do a bit of research because the case is far more complex than the streaming giant and Ramsey crew presented.
Wow.
Very
Thank
true.
God, she has a forum and a safe space that we provide of critical intellectual kinds of thinkers that do not just take whatever force-fed, like what's fucking gruel on some kind of grayscale, Oddman sort of claymation sheep farm. And she's able to say, I changed my mind. I was presented with more information, and I can safely say I do not believe in what I believed in before, and I have new questions, and I'm going to do more research. And she was inspired to share this, and we're so grateful for her sharing this with our videos because of the environment and the community. And honestly, I think the really good social justice energies our podcast has, Bobby, where this is a place that people have needed for a long time, where they're not going to just be ridiculed or slapped down with ad hominems or strawmans or jar, just calling them, bullshit black bear babies or something like that.
Oh,
I don't know. He was saying something like that about black bears.
He didn't say that.
Oh, okay. Well, he was just saying like these people are getting a chance to actually share that they have a new understanding. And the more people that share that, the more people will recognize it's okay to change your mind. And also, this is a new understanding because we are the first of this kind of podcast to spend 50 episodes over the course of about a year, and we're going to keep making them, exploring in depth this most complex, most evidence for an unsolved mystery murder in the world. Wasn't that a statistic that you said?
It's one of the biggest murder cases.
It's one of the biggest.
Bigger than RFK's assassination, Martin Luther King's assassination.
There is more documentation and more things that they've done than they did for even Martin Luther King, whose birthday is today.
I mean, when's JonBenet Day?
When is JonBenet?
If that's bigger than that.
Like,
My
if
God.
she's
That's a great
like
point.
MLK Day, like seriously? Like,
Donna, wow, a broken, stupid brain bitch is right at least once a day.
Jesus.
She's absolutely right, Bobby.
That is
You don't
true.
agree?
That's you know what? You're right.
Yeah.
you.
There should be a JonBenet Day.
Day.
JonBenet Day.
You know, that reminds me. What are you doing for JonBenet today? Everybody.
Yeah.
If everybody concentrated one action each day, directed and aligned with doing something for JonBenet today, you tell yourself every day,
What have I done for JonBenet today?
Exactly, Bobby.
Yes,
what have I done for JonBenet today? Mm-hmm. And if we all do something for JonBenet today, each day, then we are going to solve this case and build an impenetrable wall of defense against the low, insidious, almost, dare I say, evil in their most purest of ways.
Right.
That have stopped this little girl from getting the angelic justice she deserves. And it might be the most important thing we ever do in our lives.
And so what can they do? Well, I'll tell you what they could do.
What was that?
They could listen to this podcast.
That's
they
true.
could recommend this podcast to a friend.
To others.
That's right.
Yeah.
They could post about this podcast.
Spread the word.
They can do interviews with us. They can join our Patreons. They can donate it to us.
Mm-hmm. Or do a little investigating work and come share it with us.
What is $50 to you anyway when it comes to how much time you've spent thinking
Who's
about this
asking
little
for
girl?
$50? Our Patreon is not $50.
I'm just saying, their hours, the hourly rate of a lot of people is a lot of money. But a lot of people spend countless hours thinking about JonBenet because her murder's been unsolved. Here we are solving the murder with your help. And if you donate an X amount of money, we will get to the answer sooner and you will have more time.
And we do have a PayPal, yep.
Of your precious, expensive time, not having to focus on the murder mystery. And instead, with that resolution, being able to focus on other things like books about trees in Hawaii. So go ahead and just give us some of your money. It's okay. I said,
And
it's
let's
okay.
work towards a JonBenet day. That's a
Right,
great point,
yeah.
Donna.
Yeah,
Well, that was fan mail. So
Wow, that was fantastic, FanMail.
wow, what a special episode.
Wow, thanks everybody.
I can't wait for you guys to see what we got planned for the rest of the year, 2025.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much, Donna, Teddy.
Absolutely, Bobby, Jane Carton.
All our Patreon members.
Our YouTube fans, Spotify fans.
Richard Kahns.
Can't forget Richard Kahns. Thank you.
Apple Podcast fans.
Yeah, not to the same extent though, but.
What? No, yes, we love them.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Okay, well, thank you, Apple.
We don't
Thank
discriminate.
you so much.
I want to thank Rogers Powers.
Rogers Powers,
Oh,
E4 is here, Kelly
I want to thank Dan
Jackman.
Harmons.
What?
God, I mean, we're just thanking people thank you, people, Bobby.
Yeah, and Jade Palladino, Hot Stuffin', all these Patreon producers.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, so thank you. All right, Jesus Christ, everybody. Well, hey, Teddy, don't you have something special for us?
I want to thank Kathy Bates.
No. You're going to play us out.
Oh, that's right. Yes, everybody, for a special 50th episode occasion, we do have a little treat, a little song I composed. It's original. You have not heard it before, and we will begin to play that right when?
Right now. Good night. Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Imagine JonBenet's in heaven, peeking down with her maybe blue, maybe green eyes, battening her big baby doll eyelashes out on ice, as we down here battle between truth and lies. Imagine finding a solution to his mystery. Imagine something that's so amazing, like a hippopotamus with Jackie Chan's face, or Gal Gadot if Mossad could teach her how to act. Will be a better place. Imagine John Travolta if he wasn't gay. You may say I'm not in the casino, and that I'm legally not allowed no talk about that. But they didn't say nothing about no singing. So go fuck yourselves, and I'm gonna do just that. Imagine Donald John Trumps taking a dumps and get poops on his hand. It must be just like John Ramsey, living a long, empty life where no one understands. Imagine I could go back into a casino. I'd bet it all on you. You may say I can't criticize Blake Lively. My career will get daddy like Justin Mountain. But I'm gonna live my life doing the right thing. So baby angel JonBenet can go home. Daddy, I'm gonna solve it. Yeah. Something like that.